People are coming. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Hey! It's been like 3 weeks since I've uploaded a video, and I've been busy, and this made me want to talk about two things. One, there's a great little essay in Tim Ferriss's book, Tools for Titans, or Tools of Titans. It's Laziness, a Manifesto, and it's this cool article that resonated with me because I live in a world with marketing and public relations where so many people are just busy all the time. And it's a response to like, hey, how are you lately? And people are like, oh, busy, as though it's something to be proud of. And I don't think it is. And as I've run my business now, coming up on 10 years, there have been times where things have been very busy. And I feel like when things are their busiest, as it's understood, are when it's the most poorly managed. There are times when I'm working, I've got shoots every day of the week, I'm editing projects, I've got phone calls, I've got sales meetings, I've got all sorts of things happening, and then my personal life on top of it. And yet I don't feel busy because things are managed well. And I've got things where I need them with compensation and with management where I feel good, I feel confident, and things are where I want them. I'd like to just take a second to challenge you as you're doing this, especially if you're an up-and-coming creator or if you're a young video producer, you're just getting started with your own video production company. Avoid the trap of being busy just for the sake of being busy. It's nothing to be proud of. It's a horrible habit to get into, and if you set that precedent, people start to expect it from you. That starts to suck. It starts to suck real bad. Enjoy handling things at your pace. I haven't been making videos for a few weeks. I've been doing other things. I have not been out of free time. I have not been out of time to make videos. I've just been doing other things and being very happy with it. I haven't been too busy to make videos. I just haven't made videos. The second thing that I wanted to say was about when you do have work, and there was a moment yesterday. I was working with, I was shooting something, and it was in this theater, and they were doing a webinar. And this webinar, there are two people who, like, their full-time job is to run this theater, and it's lights, and the lights are motorized in the ceiling. So depending on where someone's standing, you can like set it and the lights automatically move to focus on the podium or on the center of the stage. There's a big projection screen. There's cameras built into the wall, pan, tilt, zoom cameras. Whole state-of-the-art magical thing. Shades are controlled remotely. Like, it's awesome. It's a really cool space. But there's two people who I'm pretty sure it's their only job to run this room, and there was someone who was about to do a webinar, and they were saying, like, where should I stand to be on camera? And one of the people running it was like, the cameras aren't going to be on for the webinar. And she was like, oh, I thought we would have the cameras be a part of the webinar, so it'd be slides and then video of me because we've got a couple speakers and stuff. And the guy's like, no, we're not set up for webcam. And she's like, well, we have an hour until we get started. Would it be possible to have the webcams turned on so we can have the footage? And the guy stormed off up to the control booth. And he's like, we're not set up for this. We're not. And he stormed off. And it made me laugh because I feel like it's indicative of how so many people choose to function. Where when you zoom out, he's got to do it anyway. And the theater's set up for that. It's a modern marvel of technology. It's built to do these productions and these casts. I'm sure there's a handful of buttons. Maybe a few things are plugged in the wrong places. It's possible. So, one, this is your full-time job to run this theater, which is built specifically for this. You're not coming up with some rig on the fly. Everything's built in and wired into the walls and brought to your control room for you. But two, even if there's problems, there's a handful of steps that you're going to do to fix them and to be done with it. But you're choosing to do those steps with a negative attitude. You're choosing to be stressed. And I've worked with so many people who that's just their default mode of like some sort of obstacle gets thrown into the mix and there's just panic. There's just panic and stress. And I hope for a lot of these people that they don't take that home with them. But I've also been friends with a lot of people who let all the stress of their job permeate every other part of their life. And I know that they talk about it with their partners. They talk about it with their friends. They bring it to the Frisbee field. They bring it wherever where it's just, oh, this week was crazy. I had these people doing this. And it's like, hey, that's your job. Do it and like it, or don't like it and do something else. But this concept of this like perceived panic of there's no choice, there's everything's right, and I've got to be the one. That's a choice you make on how to handle something with your attitude. And you can do the same work. You can make the same phone calls. You can have the same crazy schedule. You can be on just a few hours of sleep. But you can do it without being just frustrated and stressed and taking it out on other people. And I bet you that if you make the choice to perceive things a little differently, that's going to affect how you treat other people, how they treat you, and how you live your life, and how your life starts to seem back to you. At the end of this week, we've had some crazy board meetings this week. We've had some long days. We've had all sorts of things going on. But at the end of the week, I'm feeling happy. We've got a lot of work to do. I'm not busy. I'm not overwhelmed. I know there's people with more to do than I have to do, and I respect them, and I'm there to fill in when I can. Just in anything I'm involved with, in Frisbee, with the college school, with work, with my friends and their projects. There's a lot going on, but we can get it all done. And if we get it all done with a smile on our face, we're going to be a lot happier than if we furrow our brows and walk around stressed and panicked. So that's my working for myself advice for today is you're going to do the same work no matter what. You might as well do it and be a little happier about it the whole time rather than choosing to be in a bad mood. So thanks for watching. I hope, AV guys, things get better for you. You iron out the kinks in the system and you leave all that stuff in that room with you when you go home for the day. To other people who have responsibilities, not just in their jobs, but in volunteer positions and stuff, take a breath and relax, because I'm guessing not only will your life get better, but you'll be better at what you do if you relax and approach the steps thoughtfully instead of in a stressed out panic. That's all. I'm Sean. See you later.